Intamin is really a major player when it comes to the theme park industry. The Swiss manufacturer can really create everything from big flat rides to amazing roller coasters, and they are really the best at creating record-breaking roller coasters. And that's why I've decided to rank the top 5 Intamin coasters in France. And now let's get into the first coaster. Now coming in at spot number 5, we got Objective Mars located at Futuroscope. And Objective Mars is really an interesting family coaster that opened in 2020. This ride is actually part of the family spinning coaster model, but it could actually also be the multi-dimensional coaster if you ask me. And that's because Objective Mars features many different and very special track elements. This coaster features an immersive dark ride section. You also have the vertical drop track and 2 launches on this coaster. And while being a family ride, you know it isn't really the biggest and most intense ride you can experience. Based on the off-ride POV, you can see the spinning isn't really that intense, but the coaster's layout, immersive theming and intensity is still enough to make the adults smile. And Objective Mars has a total track length of 1640.4 feet and a maximum speed of 34.2 miles per hour. And the name Objective Mars translated to English is just Destination Mars, so you know what the story is about this coaster now. Now coming in at spot number 4, we got Namasu located at Vulcania. And Namasu opened back in 2021 at this science-based theme park. This ride is part of the family launch coaster model, and this is where you sit on these different motorbikes with the straddle seating. This motorbike coaster has a length of 1916 feet, a height of 52.5 feet and a speed of 42.9 miles per hour. And this ride starts out with an awesome dark ride section where you get surprised with the vertical drop track, and then you got the launch. And even though these launches are tire propelled, they still offer a decent amount of kick compared to a family coaster. And I still have to say that Namasu is a bit lighter in terms of the G-forces and intensity overall compared to the other motorbike coasters. And the name of this coaster is quite interesting because the name refers to a mythical giant catfish, and that catfish causes earthquakes, so it makes sense. Now coming in at spot number 3, we got Yukon Quad located at Le Perle. And now speaking of family launch coasters by Intamin, we got yet another one right here, and this one also features the straddle seating. And I didn't really mention on Namasu that the straddle seating is awesome for this type of launch coaster. But even though Yukon Quad and Namasu shares the same coaster model, Yukon Quad is just miles ahead in terms of intensity and overall roller coaster quality. Yukon Quad is actually a cloned layout of Juvelen at Djurs Sommerland in my home park, and this ride is just one of the best family coaster types in the world. You have a large track length of 3,280 feet and a height of 39.4 feet and also a maximum speed of 52.8 miles per hour. And while these stats are just quite impressive for a family roller coaster, the intensity during the ride experience is just maxed out. The 2 tire propelled launches are quite punchy and the low to the ground twists and turns are filled with intensity. The mid-ride rolling launch takes the riders to the maximum speed, and the twists and turns after that are very forceful and fast paced. And you could say that this is a family thrill coaster in my opinion. Now coming in at spot number 2, we got Maruka at Walibi Rhone Alps. And this coaster is actually the newest one I have on my list, and this is the Intamin Hot Racer roller coaster, also known as the single rail coaster. And this was the second Hot Racer roller coaster made by Intamin after the prototype in Australia called the Big Dipper. And despite the size and length, this really is an awesome thrill coaster. Maruka has a total length of 1968.5 feet, a height of 59.1 feet and a maximum speed of 41.6 miles per hour. And that may not sound like much, but this coaster is filled with awesome airtime moments and 3 total inversions. Maruka also includes 2 tire propelled launches, an awesome outer bank airtime hill and also an inside top hat. These different airtime moments are a combination of ejector airtime and floater airtime, and the inversions are mainly hang time based. And just a quick nerd fact for the name Maruka, this is actually Hawaiian for to escape. Now coming in at spot number 1, we got Totis at Park Asterix. And this is overall a quite impressive LSM launch coaster by Intamin, and this is where you have this swing launch section with the awesome airtime hills and stalls. And Totis is overall a very lengthy thrill ride experience where you have 23 different airtime moments and a total of 3 inversions. Totis has a length of 3,526.9 feet, and this is actually the tallest roller coaster in France, coming in at 160 and 67.3 feet. The maximum speed is 66.5 miles per hour, and then the roller coaster flies into an awesome top hat element, but unfortunately this beyond vertical drop at 101 degrees is unfortunately heavily trimmed. And that's perhaps the only negative thing about this ride, because the inversions are awesome. The stall is filled with hang time and the last inversion is quite whippy. And in between these inversions you have some awesome airtime moments, and that makes Totis the best roller coaster by far in France. And now I finally said what I wanted to say in this video. If you really like roller coaster or theme park videos, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. And if you agree or disagree with some of my picks on this list, please remember to write in the comments below. And now at the end of the day, I'm always gonna say bye bye.